Hello and welcome
What's up, everybody?
to episode of Tornadoes Takeover on
Your host,
road.
our friend,
And I'm actually
Dan Pat,
So-
full of stuff. Oh, yeah. Good stuff happening in the Cooler State. I'll tell you that.
So
Awesome.
we'll get into OSU, OU's big win, Tulsa, OKC dominating in basketball, and State too.
Go nowhere.
All right, welcome everyone to episode 8 of Tornado Takeover.
That's right. We are your hosts. I'm Fred.
And I'm Angela. And like we said, we have a action-packed show
Jam-packed.
for you today.
All the good stuff.
It is definitely, yesterday, it was definitely raining W's. It was doing a lot more than that in the state of Oklahoma. I just want to take a quick, brief moment before we get started and say that our hearts, our thoughts, our prayers are definitely with the state of Oklahoma right now.
Absolutely.
With all of the tornadoes that they had. I know they had an EF3 go through Oklahoma City, which was actually ended up being about a block to a block and a half
From our aunt's house.
His aunt's house in Oklahoma City. So I know another one hit in, what was it, Tulsa, downtown Tulsa?
I believe so, yeah.
And then there was a few in the smaller towns. So again, we just want to definitely let you guys know that if you're in the Oklahoma area, we are definitely praying
Our thoughts
for
and
you.
prayers are with you. Hope everything is good. We're just hoping everything's okay with you guys. Our hearts are out to you.
Absolutely, absolutely. You lived through how many?
I've been through one hurricane.
Tornado.
Tornado, excuse me. 2 hurricanes, but one tornado. But where I'm from, tornadoes are frequent. The different thing about this one, though, is it's coming later on in the year. It's normally used to come in around April, May, for those who are from Oklahoma, So it coming late in the year like that is unusual. But, we're just making sure that we're like Angela said, just, thoughts and prayers for the state of Oklahoma to where it was impacted. Hopefully relief comes that way. Taking care of those who may have lost things, hope all is well. And our thoughts are with you guys.
Absolutely. All right. We are going to hear word from our sponsors real quick, and then we are going to jump in our show. If you haven't already, please make sure you are subscribe, follow,
send a comment.
What did that one YouTuber say? Hit ding that little bell.
Ding that bell. Yeah.
On YouTube at IE Sports Radio. I go again. Also, make sure you are following us on X, IG, Facebook, and TikTok at IE Sports Radio. Because honestly, without IE Sports Radio, we would not be here today.
Absolutely.
We are going on 10 years strong at IE Sports Radio, for the fans, by the fans. Every podcast you see here is done by fans. We are not like professionals. We do this because we love sports. A passion for sports and our teams.
Absolutely.
And so definitely make sure you are checking us out again on X, IG, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. You can also check us out on on X at Tornado TKOV_IE. Chat with us about all things.
Yeah, send a comment, any questions, feel free to ask. That's what we're here for. Because we're fans just like you guys. We love the sports. We love the game. And we're just here to report it. So
Absolutely.
Thank you for your support, guys.
All right, we are going to hear a word from our sponsors real quick. When we get back, we are going to jump in to the fact that it has been a raining W's all day yesterday in Oklahoma, especially in basketball.
Absolutely.
So we will be right back after this quick message.
Stay tuned.
If I can figure out how to work the computer again. Free fold.
Hi, eSports Radio fans. This show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single-A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all-brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Hey there, eSports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, eSports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at iSports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at iSports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making iSports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
All right, guys. Welcome back to Tornado Takeover right here on IU Sports Radio, your direct feed
for all that is sports. We are your hosts. I am Fred again, for those just tuning in.
And I'm Angela, because I clearly don't look like Fred.
No, not at all.
You don't have a cool bun on your head.
No. I don't do that. I actually need a haircut.
I do too, but that's a different story.
That's a whole different. Anyway, moving forward.
All righty. Real quick before we jump into the show, just want to shout out our great sponsors, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
Absolutely.
Christmas is coming up, you guys. I know it's crazy to believe, but we are like less than a month and a half away from Christmas.
Yep.
And I don't have any Christmas seals, but probably are going to be ordering our Christmas seals very soon from Cecilia.
Definitely.
But she did do our invitation seals. So if you want to elevate all of your invitations, she has some amazing, these are our little hearts that we got done for our wedding. But check her out. They'll be great to add for your Christmas cards.
Absolutely.
If you're having a party invitation.
Anything. Any kind of little shindig, get together, all that good stuff.
If you have a friend who makes cards or likes to send cards out, you can also buy a variety pack, wrap them up, and give them to them for Christmas.
Yeah. That
would be like an amazing gift in itself.
Definitely.
Also, check out Planet Jerky Premium Beef Jerky. You can order, I'm going to put their website right here at the bottom. Order from them. Amazing stocking stuffers. If I'm trying to help y'all out, okay? It's a give and take. I'm trying to help y'all out. If you know anybody who is big into jerky or who is like big into snacks, that is the perfect stocking stuffer.
Absolutely.
For anyone. You can get them in a family size. Some of them come in like a big family size bag. Some of them come in a little smaller bag. Perfect to wrap up, put in a gift basket if you're going to a party.
All right, so let me ask a question. Let's say that I'm one of the people out there that's watching. What kind of flavors? They have a variety of flavors out there? What do they have?
They have a variety of flavors. They have like a volcano, Carolina Reaper. There's a barbecue. Ooh. There's a sweet teriyaki. I mean, you go check them out on their Instagram and their website because they're all gluten-free. So
very healthy.
Very healthy for you. Also, check out the IU Sports Radio shop, iusportsradio.com/shop, because t-shirts, hats,
all kind of merch, all good stuff.
Great for Christmas gifts.
Yeah. Cups,
anything
definitely
that you can think of. They got short sleeve shirts, like razorback tank tops, like kind of fit, not really fitted, but I think they're like snapback, but they're like the flat brim. T-shirts, sweatshirts, like hooded sweatshirts like this. Yeah. I'm sorry, I think I just punched you. And then if you want like a cool Christmas ornament.
For all our Christmas lovers out there, which is my favorite holiday, by the way.
So
just kind of throwing that.
Definitely check out IU Sports Radio for all. I'm trying to help you guys out with Christmas shopping. All right.
Throwing you a little something there.
Little something. We're gonna jump. We got Mr. Ralph is in the
Ralph,
chat room.
What up, Ralph? What's happening? Man, Ralph.
He says, "Good afternoon, Fred and Angela. Tuning in before my show next. Have a great one. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Make sure y'all check out Ralph right after us. The Yinzer Report. It's an amazing show. All things Pittsburgh.
Does a great job.
He did a great show. Last week he had his son on. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Wrong thing. Haha. All right. We were talking about raining threes.
W's.
Raining W's. I mean, they was raining threes too at this point yesterday. We're gonna jump in. So OU men's and women's basketball won.
Absolutely.
Yesterday.
Yep.
OSU men's and women's basketball won.
All right.
Tulsa men's won.
Mm-hmm.
And the Thunder won.
How about that? And just kind of flipping just a little bit, OU's football won also.
Yes. We're going to get into that now. So it's a miracle. We know the Sooners are back on the winning side.
Boomer.
Sooner.
Boomer.
Sooner.
Boomer.
Sooner.
Yeah, we're going to represent them and tell you why, because they won a game and they actually won very, very, very well.
I will
gotta
say
give it to them.
that game was honestly, we both were able to watch that game. Was
Sure.
How do I put this? I don't know if we won that game because of who we were playing, because we were playing Maine. I mean, we didn't just win.
Yeah, it was pretty much a beatdown.
Babe, it was 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. Maine came out and scored first. 7-7 into the first quarter. The amount of unnecessary points that Oklahoma shoved down Maine's throat after that.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I think their next score, Maine's next, because they ended up was 59-14.
Right.
I don't think their Maine's next touchdown was until the beginning of the fourth quarter, something like that.
They were pretty much held to that same score all the way throughout to the end of the game.
The most unnecessary points we could have shoved down the Black Bears' throat, we shoved down their throat. But that turns into the question of, is it because of who we were playing? I have a piece of hair that's tickling my neck. It looks like I have like a disease over here just scratching. Is it because of who we were playing, or
do we finally get that wake-up call?
Have we finally woken up? Or was it a mix?
My observation, I was going to say it's a little bit of both. It could be the team that we were playing. I do think that they had to wake up, and they played in very dominating fashion, like they should have. Because, let's just face it, everybody, Oklahoma has been losing bad. I'm just going to call it
horrible.
Like, it was awful. So for them to play against Maine, I mean, granted, they're not the greatest team on the planet. I get it. But they still did what they needed to do to win. I mean, Javonte Barnes ran for career high 203 yards and 3 touchdowns. OU gained a season high 665 yards, 351 just running.
Yeah, the run game, I will say the run game was amazing.
Yeah. What's on your mind?
I'm just not sold. That's what's on my mind.
I'm
not going to lie. I'm not sold.
That's fair.
If you look at the, quote, back half of the schedule, who we have coming up, we're playing Alabama. We have we have to go to Death Valley and play LSU. You know, and I forgot who else. They're playing Mizzou next. And it's like, you look at the schedule, I'm not sold on what I saw on that field. I feel like what we put on that field is the same thing that was put on that field the first 3 games or the first 2 games when we were playing Temple and whoever other out-of-pocket, non-conference, like little sister school we played. I'm not sold. I'm sorry. I need something that's going to sell me on the fact that Danny Stutzman really is that guy again.
Right.
And that Jackson Arnold really is that guy for us.
Right.
That, Billy Bowman can come out of the backfield and really I need someone to sell me on this, because let me just tell you what they're putting on our TV screen. I'm not buying right now. Yes, I'm happy that they won.
A win's a win. I get it.
I'm not going to discredit their hard work. I'm not just going to discredit
their dominating fashion.
What happened on that field.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, you can't go back into that locker room, hoop, holler, scream, shout, whatever, and then go look at the tape and be like, well, we was just playing Maine. Like,
no, I get that.
It's not like we were playing an Alabama or an Arkansas or a Tennessee that we got demolished on.
No, definitely. This is what I think about it. Just me personally, myself. I think that OU can ride off of this wave of a win. It's a good confidence booster.
It is.
But
it is.
In all fairness, but at the same time, and you said it right, we got a hard schedule coming up. Alabama, those guys ain't no joke. They've always been a powerhouse. For anybody who's watched college football, Alabama's always been a problem.
And of course, now they don't have Nick Saban. And I'm not going to lie, Alabama fans are going to be like, oh, well, we're good, but we're not as good as we used to be.
Yeah, I mean, granted.
We don't have blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? We don't have any wide receivers worth a darn.
Right.
I mean,
Well, we had to run it. I mean, just because of that. You know what I mean?
We play Missouri this Saturday.
Yep.
We're at Mizzou, home against Alabama for senior night, and at Death Valley. We got 3 games. We have to win one of those if we want to go
qualify for a bowl. Yep.
A bowl. This is the first time, I think they said, since the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I don't quote me on this, but I think this is the first time since the 80s that OU hasn't automatically qualified for a bowl within their first 6 wins.
Right.
Or has it, excuse me, let me rephrase that. I think this late in this season.
Right.
So it's like, I'm not sold. I'm not. If we don't win against Mizzou, it's done.
Yeah.
Death Valley is our last game.
Yeah, it's do or die. It's do or die.
I'm not going to sit here and fake the funk, as you say.
Right.
But
no, I agree with you.
And then that goes to my next question is, because we did get rid of our OC or some offensive coordinator of some sort, somebody in that facility.
Right.
Who's net? If we don't win these next 3 games, we miss out on a bowl. Whose head's on the chopping block?
Definitely the coach.
Is it the coach, or do we sit there and go, "Well, we didn't really have all of our receivers"?
Well, that's gonna. It's
a lot of this finger pointing.
It will be, and they're going to. So here's what I say about that. Me personally, this next game against Mizzou is do or die. It's like you have to win this game. You know what I'm saying? You have to.
Mizzou is sitting at 6-2, and Oklahoma's sitting at 5-4.
So it was a very strong win, but again, it was against a not so strong team. So I understand your argument. I'm not disagreeing with you.
And Mizzou, I will say they're 2-2 in the conference. They're down at the bottom. They're not up at the top. But OU is sitting 1, 2, 3, 4 in 4th from the bottom. That is not
no, that's not good at all. That's bad.
I really think that this moving to a new conference is a hello wake-up call.
And there's no argument with that because OU's always been known to dominate in the Big 12. But as soon as we move to the SEC, stuff starts happening.
It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing, though. We just we're getting exposed.
Like poof, the covers got pulled off. You know what I mean? And you know what? Maybe that's a good thing if you think about it. It shows what we need to work on. Just moving forward. For the other team, Carter Peavy passed for 123 yards. He ran for 30. We pretty much know what it is. We will, again, visit ranked number 25 Missouri on Saturday. So stay tuned to that.
I don't think Mizzou's ranked anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mizzou's not ranked.
Oh.
They were ranked number 21 last week until they lost to Alabama 35-0, but they're no longer ranked.
All right, well, we'll be playing Mizzou, and we have to have that win. Stutzman, speaking of Denny Stutzman, was named the Buckus Award semifinalist, so congratulations to him for that. But
here's the thing is, though, and again, I'm not trying to be funny, but he's been named this, that, the third award finalist.
Yeah.
This isn't the Danny Stutzman that we watched last year.
Right. Big difference. I agree.
And I think it has to do with the team. I'm going to continue to say this. This team is not this team is not the OU team that we thought that they were or that they're going to be. I'm just sorry. I'm going to just throw that out there.
Maybe like you said, coming to this new conference is kind of showing the cracks in the armor.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm still gonna ride with them, but we're gonna have to tighten up because we got a road ahead of us, buddy. All right,
flipping. I was just gonna say, flipping and talking about winning. Volleyball. Our Lady Sooners dominated.
Yes, they did.
The Texas Longhorns
in the Red River rivalry. Yes, they did. In the Red River
rivalry, Texas was number 9 in volleyball, and they ended up. What was the final score today?
Final score. Let me pull
it. Hold on. I had it.
Let me pull it.
I had it. Look at us. I really had it sitting here on my thing, and
I got it real quick. Hold on, just a second, guys. Let's see the score. Oh, speaking of, Alexis Shelton has been named the Southeastern Conference Co-Offensive Player of the Week.
Oh, yeah.
OU had its first win over the Longhorns since 2014. Just throwing that out there.
It was 3-2.
Out of 3-2.
And then coming up, they will be playing, or they're not playing. They'll have matches against Ole Miss on the 8th, and then they'll be at Mississippi State on the 10th.
Yep.
So check out for those games. You just talked about Alexis Shelton. So real quick on volleyball before we switch gears, that was the second ranked win for the season. So this is the second time we've won against a ranked opponent. The first top 10 victory since 2014. And it had to be Texas. So
and another little, horns down, baby. Another thing with Alexis Shelton, she's a Charlotte, North Carolina native.
All right, North Carolina girl.
Yeah, North Carolina in the house.
North Kakalaki up in her.
You know what it is?
All right, so let's jump into last night. Oh, real quick, I want to talk about not golf. The Sooners had a three-peat at the Canapoli, isn't that how we figured out it was called?
Yeah.
Golf tournament in Hawaii over the week. The young gentleman by the name of, you were just on my screen. Where did you go? What was that guy?
Mr. Jackson Dow.
Yeah, Mr. Dow won.
He won the individual title.
I knew I had it on the tip of my tongue, and I couldn't think of what it
Producing
was.
another Sooner champion, for the second consecutive season. So congratulations, Mr. Dow. Thank you for doing your thing. Golf team, you guys are doing it out there, switching.
Oh, yeah. Switching to men's basketball from last night. Let me just start off by saying this.
Let's talk about it.
I don't know if anybody knows this, but did you know, random fun fact, that the OU men's basketball team has a different mascot besides Sooner and Boomer? His name is he is a weenie dog, and his name is Top Dog.
Okay.
Yep, I didn't know that till I watched the game last night. He kind of scared me a little bit.
We like weenie dogs too, by the way.
Yeah, he was a little scary though.
A little scary.
Yeah. Anyways, the
Oklahoma men's basketball
team came out on top playing, don't tell me, Lindenwood. And I did find out, because I didn't know who they were, that they're in the Ohio conference. The announcers really drove me nuts. So I was doing my own research.
Dominating fashion.
I was doing my own research on this team.
Let's see. Jalen Moore scored 22 points to lead 5 players in double figures. Sam Godwin posted a double-double. Basically, the score was 93-60 in the season opener. This was the season opener, and they absolutely dominated. I did watch the game. Kind of bounced back and forth between the OU and OSU, but right now just sticking on OU. Moore made 13 shots from the floor with 3 3-pointers and 7 rebounds for the Sooners. Godwin totaled 11 points in a game-high 15. Jeremiah Fears with 16 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds off the bench for OU. Duke Miles made 6 shots from 3-point range, scored 14 with 6 assists. Bryson Goodine buried 3 3-pointers, scored 11, all in the first half.
You talked about Mr. Jalen Moore, right?
Yes.
22 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 threes.
Mm-hmm.
They was banging them.
Yeah.
It was raining.
The Sooners shot 52.3% from the floor. That is good.
And I will say, one thing they were talking about last night on the broadcast was the coach had encouraged them to shoot more threes this year.
Absolutely.
Because in the past, they haven't been shooting their threes. I've not been the best. Let's just throw that out there.
Right.
But they were making it rain.
Oh, yeah.
Making it rain.
Raining shots.
Mr. Elvis was out there doing his thing.
Yes, he was, OU looked sharp.
Sam I Am was out there doing his thing.
They look sharp. They went in and they went in good. So congratulations to those OU men basketball guys.
And then we're going to talk about real quick the lady Sooners
Oh.
to the hardwood right before the men did.
Absolutely.
It was a doubleheader, $5 tickets. If you missed out, you missed out.
Hey, if we were there, we would have went.
We would have. We did. You know what? We did go. We watched it from the courtesy of our own home.
Absolutely.
Both
we
of
were with
the
them in
games.
spirit. But
Maybe
yeah,
if we would have gone, I wouldn't have to listen to them announcers.
the transfer from Oregon State, her name is Reagan Beers.
Oh, she was dominating.
Yeah, killing it.
She was martyring them up, down, and
Killing
center.
it. 21 points, 14 rebounds. Sahara Williams added 19. Oklahoma was at number 10. They routed Southern 76-44 in true dominating fashion. Let me tell you, those OU girls can play.
Oh, yeah.
Strong fundamentals. They passed the ball well. They had good inside looks inside. It was good to see. I love seeing basketball like that. You know, it's a team thing. You know, even though you're going to have your standouts, they played well. So moving forward.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. But before we do, you know, we always, in our Oklahoma fashion, got to ask y'all a question. So what was the first year of Sooner football? We're going to take, it's going to be short, fast, in a hurry, quick break because we got to get into OSU and in Tulsa and into the winning OKC Thunder. Yes, I'm wearing a Paul George jersey. Calm down.
Yeah, relax.
All right, when we get back, we will answer this question and we will chat some more.
That's right.
See you after this.
Sports fans, do you like teams that are tough, cities that are tougher, and fan bases that are passionate about their teams? How about teams that are historic and stadiums that are iconic? Then you belong in Chicago, and you need to check out Chi-Town Weekly. Join me, Adam Kernan, every week as we keep up with all things Chicago sports. Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, White Sox. We'll cover them all, plus more. The Windy City is always buzzing, and we'll keep you up on all the big games and major stories. So tune in to Chi-Town Weekly every week right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
We're back.
All right,
What's going
welcome
on?
back to Tornado Takeover right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We are your hosts, Fred and Angela. If you can't figure out which one's which, then go get your eyes checked. All right, moving on before.
Well, you're right above Fred, so you see.
Yeah, well, I can't help the way that it does.
You know, so.
And it's funny because I'm actually sitting on the opposite side
Right.
of the thing. Anyways, all right. Before the break, we asked, what was the first year of Sooner football? And the answer is, drum roll, please. 1895.
The university actually started 5 years prior, but 5 years later, it's the first
And
year of
the
football.
stadium that they're playing in now, the Palace of the Prairie, is celebrating 100 years this year.
Yep.
All righty now. We're going to switch gears. Sorry, I don't know where that accent came from. We're going to switch gears.
Would you like some sauce?
We're going to switch gears, as I was saying. We're going to leave England. We're going to come back to Oklahoma. And we're going to what the color is that's not supposed to be it. We are I'm struggling today. What is happening? All right, let's try this again. Nope. All right. We're just going to start talking about the the OSU Cowboys, and then we will fix the color in the meantime. The OSU Cowboys lost, cost that L to the lovely Arizona State Sun Devils. I'm sorry, the kids that I raised, one of them went to ASU, so I am a honorary ASU fan at heart. But they got demolished. Also in the middle of that, there was a 2.5 hour rain delay.
Yep.
That literally they ended up moving up both of the Oklahoma game and the Oklahoma State game so that they were trying to avoid the storms that were coming in. Unfortunately, they were unable to move the OSU game up further enough that they ended up getting stuck in the middle of it.
Right.
Which was not a great. I will say, I'm not going to lie. I really thought for a minute that OSU was going to have that. I really was real close.
For a time, it was competitive. But obviously, anyone who watched a game, or even if you're just reading stats, knows that Arizona State did come out with the win, 42-21. Scatterbo rushed 153 yards. 1 touchdown, 4 passes for 121 yards, 2 scores. Not bad. He's an animal. I got to give it to the guy. He can move. He's got good footwork. I'll see you throwing that up. Let's see if you do that to the next team. I caught that. Arizona State outscored OSU 21-7 in the second half following 2.5-hour weather delay, which is what we talked about. Alan Bowman completed 17 of 30 passes for 175 yards.
And Ollie Gordon actually looked really good.
He did. He looked real good.
He
Very sharp.
was starting to come back to the
old Ollie Gordon that we
know and love.
And used to. Right. Kyler Pearson returned the second half kickoff 63 yards, but then they had that holding penalty. But, it is what it is, guys. OSU played as hard as they could. Arizona just had their number that day. I mean, what
That's Arizona State.
Arizona State, excuse me. Arizona State. You see that little coy smile she did, y'all? But, hey, a win's a win. Congrats to Arizona State. OSU, let's get it together. All right, moving forward.
Oh. What would you like to talk about next?
Let's talk about OSU basketball.
All right, let's jump right in it to some women's basketball because women's basketball took on Arkansas Pine Bluff and dominated.
Oh, yeah. 96-43.
Hey, Molly Wop.
I mean, Macy Ward scored a career high 31 points. Shout out. Good job. Etta Gret Ossie, 16. Michael Gray, 16. Tina McGesser, I believe, 11 points. I don't want to butcher the lady's name. They shot 50% beyond the arc. That is good for three-pointers. Straight up. Just getting 40%, even in the league, in the professional league, is good. They were looking really good. I saw a lot of the game, and let me tell you, OSU was looking really, 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 really good. They were looking real good. Proud of them. Shout out. Thanks for the win. Great way to open the season off. Keep doing your thing, guys.
Oh, right. Now we're going to turn into men's basketball because that came on right afterwards.
Absolutely. Wow. OSU versus Green Bay. Another W for the Oklahoma. Hey.
I almost threw up the horns.
Dude. Throw them down that way.
No, I almost threw up the ASU.
See, here we go. Y'all had already got y'all victory. See? That's what I'm talking about.
I had to get my finger twisted.
It's our turn now. 89-76 in their win against Green Bay. Bryce Thompson, 22 points. Abu Uzme, 16 points. Devontae, David, and Marcellus Chi Avery. These are their names. They both got 10 points apiece. The Cowboys shot 42% from the field, 10 of 22 free throws, 21 of 24. Dominated the glass on 43-25. So they were just basically in charge. Anthony Ray from Green Bay had 27 points. Marcus Hall had 21.
That says Roy.
Roy, excuse me. Okay, who are you? Voting stuff. We already took care of that. 14-31 from the three-point. Dominating fashion. The OSU boys played and played well. They will be playing St. Thomas on Sunday, November the 10th, so make sure you check that out. But we got 2 W's.
And one team, unfortunately, that did not get a W was the women's soccer. Unfortunately, they fell, 5-0, 5-0 to BYU in Kansas City in the in the tournament. So unfortunately, it
was a no-no.
It was not their best play. All right, we are going to turn over real quick, chat about some Tulsa Golden Hurricanes. I don't really want to get into this game too much for the simple fact that it's a little bit embarrassing. But then again, it is Tulsa. So they lost. Guess what? They lost again. They got their tails mopped onto the floor, swept with their head. I don't know. You
run
can
through
say
the ringer,
everything.
All that.
They lost to UAB.
They got whooped.
And here's one thing is, and I can confidently say this as being someone who is a fan of a team who's in the conference with Tulsa. So obviously I'm an East Carolina fan. We're in the same conference as Tulsa and UAB. We were also in CUSA, Conference USA, with Tulsa and UAB. UAB did not used to be that great. I'm just going to say that. UAB, once the American became and all of us kind of left the American, UAB started dominating. There is a lot of players from UAB that are in the NFL now. UAB kind of went from UAB as in the University of Alabama, Birmingham, kind of went from being the redheaded stepchild to literally blazing, as their name, the Blazers, blazing through college football in CUSA.
Yep.
And now they have upgraded. You say upgraded? They moved up to the American Conference. So I know a little side story there for you, but I'm going to need Tulsa to figure out what they're doing over here.
Right. Because this season is to a very rocky start.
Whatever they're doing,
it ain't working.
To a rocky start.
Yeah.
The whole season's done for.
It ain't working.
It's
bad.
It's bad. Anyways, we just gonna just pretend like that didn't just happen, and we just gonna move on because I can't. Men's basketball yesterday, as we talked about, won against Northeastern State 82-69. Opened up the season with a W on the W side of the column. I'm just gonna run through really quick. Tulsa, I know upcoming they will be playing Arkansas Pine Bluff on November the 9th. Women's basketball will be playing Arkansas Pine Bluff on November the 6th. And then they will be playing at Missouri State on November the 10th. They did, however, the women play. Nope, they haven't played. I was looking at the wrong thing. Ignore me. All right, so we're going to jump into real quick. I lost it. Women's soccer. The American Conference Championship is taking place down here in Florida in Lakewood Ranch. We actually had plans to go yesterday to the East Carolina Charlotte game. Unfortunately, we had a meeting with the wedding day of coordinator.
Yeah.
That lady. So we weren't able to make it.
It would have been nice to. But
prior to the tournament, women's soccer tied 0-0 to UCF on the October 27th. Then they ended up playing on Halloween against Memphis and tied 1-1. Now, unfortunately, their season did come to an end yesterday as they lost 4-2 against number 1 Memphis in the tournament. I will say at one point I did tune in. There's like a gnat flying around over here. It's driving me nuts. I did tune in to watch some of the game while it was streaming, and we'll give it to Tulsa's women's soccer. They were holding their own against them. So unfortunately, their season has come to an end, but hopefully the future is bright within that program. Being the only men's soccer that we are covering here is with Tulsa. Men's soccer lost 1-0 against Temple on Friday. I don't know when their conference tournament starts. It may be coming up soon, but sorry, y'all. There is a literal gnat that just keeps attacking me. It may be coming up soon, but stay tuned to our Twitter account because I will keep you informed. We will keep you informed of that. Let's see. All right, now we're going to switch over to cross country. Cross country, the men and women did take home American Conference champions or titles. The women placed first in their tournament, and the men placed second. So congratulations to them as well. And then real quick, just going to cover a little bit of some Golden Hurricanes volleyball. The volleyball team lost to Wichita State 3-1 on November the 1st. Then they turned around and played them on November the 3rd, lost again 3-1. And upcoming, they will be playing at East Carolina at Minges Coliseum, Williams Arena on November the 8th. On Buccaneer Drive. Yep, that's the name of our, I think it's Buccaneer now. They may have changed it. Anyways, it's off of Charles Boulevard between Charles and 14th Street. Yep, if you're living in the Greenville area, across from the old Harris Teeter, you know what I'm talking about, the big old building. Yep. All right, now they're playing at East Carolina on November the 8th, and then they will be traveling 3.5 to 4 hours down the road and take on the Charlotte 49ers, which is about an hour plane ride on a little puddle jumper plane leaving from Pitt Greenville. Okay. They will be taking on the Charlotte 49ers on November the 10th. Tennis, real quick. Men's tennis will be at the ITA Sectional Championships and the ITA Conference Masters, as well as the Bonita Bay Classic. Women's tennis will be at the ITA Conference Masters, as well as the Denver Invite. So that right there is all things Tulsa Golden Hurricanes from your fellow Pirate. All right, so we're going to take one last quick break, come back, and then we're going to fly through some Oklahoma Thunder.
The Thunder, baby.
So quick question for you guys is, what does Oklahoma have that no other state has? This is interesting and a random fun fact, and it literally still creeps me out thinking about this. All right, so we will see you guys on the flip side.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davidson, It's your boy Dentarius Law.
And we are the hosts of Fast Break here on IE Sports Radio, where we discuss everything in the world of basketball from prep to the pros.
You guys should definitely check us out, man. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We got all the basketball information you guys need, so we look forward to you guys listening in.
And please do, because we are the best basketball show on this side of the Mississippi. And please do check us out on Twitter at FastBreakISR. D-Lock, where's our time again?
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That gives you guys spending time on a Sunday.
Tune in.
All right.
Hey, what up?
Welcome back. Before we asked the question, what does Oklahoma have that no other state
Can we
has?
get a drum roll, please?
And that would be an official state meal. Now I'm going to read this to you as it scrolls. It is barbecue pork, sausage with biscuits and gravy, chicken fried steak, fried okra, squash, black-eyed peas, grits, cornbread, pecan pie, and strawberries. I don't know about y'all, but that sounds like cholesterol waiting to happen. All right.
I can eat, but I can put off.
What y'all trying to do in
I'll
Oklahoma?
have to break it down.
No,
each one.
What y'all trying to do in Oklahoma? Kill people? Because that right there looks like death's door knocking.
Okay, at least you'll die happy.
Mm-mm.
I like
Anyways, first of all, I don't even like half that stuff up there, especially now.
You don't like sausage, biscuits, gravy?
The pecan pie and the strawberries. What y'all know about barbecue pork? I don't think so. Take that off.
Okay,
biscuits and gravy.
Just because you East Carolina barbecue pork, that don't mean that we don't know how to do no barbecue pork.
Squash, why?
Have you even had okra?
Yeah, I've had okra. I used to love okra. I don't anymore.
Right.
Black-eyed peas.
I still do.
Grits. Y'all ain't from the South. Y'all know how to cook grits or cornbread. I can't.
Are you serious?
I can't.
Don't make me have a cookout with you on this grits thing, because you will get embarrassed up in here.
Anyways,
moving
on.
Forward.
Let's talk about some OKC Thunder.
What?
We talking about.
Hey.
We talking about. Don't judge this Paul George jersey, all right?
No, just look at the top part right there.
You got an issue with the Paul George jersey? Well, then you need to check in yourself. Look in the mirror.
Check yourself.
I'm kidding, guys. No, let's talk about that 7-0. Or let's talk about number one in the West. There's something about my team's always got to be number one in the West. Ooh, did I say that out loud? Anyways.
Where do we go? Where do we start? Beat Denver 102-87. Chicago 114-95. Atlanta 104-128. San Antonio Spurs 93-105. I mean, the list just goes on. Portland 137-114. The New England team, their name.
That is not New England. That is the Clippers.
The Clippers.
That's the Clippers.
We thought that was the other guys. Anyway, I'll tell you, that's right. The Clippers did get a new logo. My mistake, guys. 105-92. You ain't talking about you can cook grits better than me. And, which we got to see earlier this year, but this is a whole different game. They played Orlando Magic 102-86.
Woo, woo, woo,
the Thunder is dominating.
And
I want to talk on that real fast.
Hold on. Did you know that the Thunder is the first team to win their first 7 games by 10 points or more?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Just dropped that knowledge on you.
Did my homework. See, did you know the SGA is scoring almost 24 points a game?
Yeah.
Did you know that they are the one seed? Oh, that's right. We talked about that.
Yeah.
They were sharp last season. We did run into a very strong Dallas Mavericks team last season, but moving forward, that was yesterday.
That was last year.
This is today, and right now we are creme de la creme, baby. So I just want to throw that out there. OKC, and in case you don't know, that is my hometown. That is where I'm from. Born in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Yeah, Midwest boy.
Anything else you like to add?
Okay. Go Thunder.
Thunder Up is what it's called.
I could say go Thunder. It is Thunder Up. But...
the Thunder are going to take on the Denver Nuggets on tomorrow. I hate when people say on tomorrow, and I just said it. Tomorrow, then they'll be in Denver. Then they'll be home on Friday against the Rockets, and then they've got a 3, 4. Wait, hold on, timeout. We are on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 game homestand. If you're a baseball fan, you know what I'm talking about. We're at the. I know. We're playing home against the Rockets, home against the Warriors, home against the Clippers, home against the Pelicans, home against the Suns, and home against Dallas. And then we go back on the road.
Oh, and speaking of, Denver is a whopping 4-3.
Oh. Dang.
Gonna be playing.
That's embarrassing.
Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Let me stop saying that, because then watch them come around and just.
I don't know. We're on high momentum. See, high momentum. You already going in full steam ahead. They're a young, hungry, talented team. I love these guys. Keep doing what you're doing. So, anything else you'd like to add?
I mean, it's exciting to watch them play. I'm not gonna lie. I have really enjoyed watching this Thunder team play. Too. I feel like this reminds me of the older Thunder, not the older, but the old Thunder team when you had like
Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, James Harden,
KP,
Perkins,
Big Perk, that whole group. That's what the way that they gel and they mesh, and it's almost like no matter who's in the game, you can rely on them. It's not like, oh God, here's this guy again. Like, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah.
It's
no, we know. I know you can hit that 3. I know I can set you up for that pass. I know I can set you up for that. I know on the ISO he's got it. You know what I mean?
And it's not just SGA himself. It's whole team.
The entire team.
It's the whole team. So
absolutely.
It's been very fun to watch them.
And speaking of SGA, and I'll be quick about it, as talented as he is, he's also very humble too. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I always respect that guy who knows how good he is, but he doesn't have to be loud about it. He just lets his game show. Anyway, move forward.
No, I think that says a lot about him, his character, and etc. So as we're wrapping up, like I said, the Thunder have potential to keep rolling on and continuing to keep that number 1 spot, continuing to stay undefeated.
Thunder up, baby.
Exactly. Thunder all the way up. All right, guys. Well, for us on the right here on the radio, we're directly
for all that is sports. Once again, we are your hosts. I am Fred.
And I am Angela. You guys are tuning in again. You can follow us on Twitter. And listen back. Let us know where you're from. We're in and out. Prayers. That we're excited about supporting us yesterday. Not just Oklahoma, not just Tulsa, but all of the smaller towns. Our hearts and prayers are with you guys always. And thanks again for tuning in. We hope everyone has a great week. If you haven't voted, go ahead and vote. The poll close in 2 hours here on the East Coast. Somewhere over here. I don't know. You should go vote, so next time you're right.
Your voice does count. It does count. Out there. Let it be known. Use your voice.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, you guys, same time, same place next week. Hope everyone has a great week. That's it. Bye, guys.
Hey.